Hi everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Return to Monkey Island, where we've just spoken with Carla, the Swordmaster. What's this government in action?
It's a lot of work being governor.
It is. What is this?
I like your stuffed, guess it's a dog?
Looks kind of like a dog.
Please, take that and throw it away. It was a gift from the Earl of Thickwater, who is a contemptible pig.
Can we actually take it? Yeah, we can. Alright, well, Carla, anything else to say?
I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff.
Okay, fine. Anything else we can look at here? At the end of the plank, there's all sorts of books. Autobiography of John Laney. That sounds familiar for some reason, but I'm not sure why. Can we poke this? We can. Hey, look at that. Reflect on old memories.
I've always thought this looked like my old ship, the Sea Monkey.
The good old days. Alright, out we go. So, we have got several things to do. We want to get this MOP, which is... We've been told to go to the bar for that. I kind of want to see what else is going on the island, though. We've got the High Street LeChuck ship. Lookout point, the shipyard, because Stan wants our help getting his toothbrush. So, let's head over to the shipyard. I like the way the icon bounces. It's quite cool.
Wow, it's worse than I imagined.
It is. This place has seen better days. Happier times.
I remember when these torches lit up Stan's previously owned vessels like a carnival.
Those are the days. What else have we got here?
It says, Stan's previously owned vessels. So sad. Stan's used to be the best place to buy used ships.
It did.
The assets of this establishment have been seized to settle a class action lawsuit. Have a nice day.
Oh. Can we, is there a way in?
The window's all boarded up, and it's very dark in there. Is that an old toothbrush?
Yeah, that's what we need. Stan asked us to get his toothbrush, right? Is it in the to-do list? It's actually not. Okay. Do we have anything we could use to, like, remove the boards?
I don't want to wreck my brand new shiny knife.
Okay. I mean, we don't want to wreck that. Is there anything else we could use to get the boards off? I don't think so. Fine, well, we'll have to maybe find something we can use for that, because I'm pretty sure we didn't get Stan's toothbrush in the last playthrough.
This used to be such a bright, cheery place.
It did.
There was a time when every mooring would be filled with one of Stan's used ships. It always looks bigger on this side of the island.
There's a bucket and a strange mass here.
Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out now.
Rust bucket.
Stan used this to clean his ships. It's a dried up old sea sponge.
Can we take the sponge? Alright, can we use the sponge? I guess there's no water in there. Mooring board. Okay. Moon. Yeah, so I think we're probably going to need something to pry that off of there. I think it's an optional puzzle. Can we go to the forest? Yeah, we can. What does this say?
Warning. The dark forest ahead is deadly and twisty. Maps are highly recommended.
Yeah, okay. Well, whatever. We're an expert. What's this way? Oh, tiny climbing ship.
Oh, I used to love these when I was 6.
And there's a climbing chest.
I used to love these when I was 6. Until I got trapped in one for 2 days. I think they're a museum of pirate lore.
Yeah, Museum of Pirate Lore. Let's,
Once upon a time, I won a t-shirt right here on the front lawn.
Yeah, this used to be Carla's house back in the first game. Let's head in.
Hi there.
Hi there.
Welcome to the Melee Island Museum of Pirate Lore.
Thank you.
I'm Conrad, the curator and docent here. The museum showcases the largest collection of pirate memorabilia in the Caribbean. Or on Melee Island at the very least. The provenance of each item has been very carefully researched and fact-checked by myself and my team.
Oh,
Authenticity is our watchword and our pledge. Feel free to explore. And if you have any questions, just ask.
Alright, we'll do. We've got here. Seen better days.
What was this cinder you've got on the wall?
Oh, that. Yeah, that was an unsent love letter written by Elaine Marley while she was governor of the island.
To who?
What? Elaine?
The recipient was referred to only as Plunder Bunny.
Oh, yeah.
It's me.
It's us.
It was a really touching letter. Unfortunately, I put the candle too close to it.
What did it say? Tell me what she said.
Oh, you know, love letter stuff. Honestly, I don't remember a word of it. But it was touching.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, you're useless. What's this?
Tell me about this hunk of wood.
That's an original plank from the Golden Hind.
Nice.
Autographed by Francis Drake himself.
That is pretty cool. This coffin looks familiar.
That's a nice coffin.
The one with the ore. Yeah, the coffin had a lot of water damage when I got it from the voodoo lady in town. But I managed to restore it. It was used by a certain well-known captain in a daring escape from a Turkish prison.
The water damage is actually from the swamp on
Yeah.
Scab Island.
Unlikely. The prison in question is nowhere near Scab Island.
Yeah.
Just trying to help.
I mean,
Thanks. I've got it under control.
you haven't because you got the facts wrong. That's just used to get to the voodoo lady's shop.
Is this a left hook or a right hook?
That once belonged to the dread pirate Meat Hook. Supposedly he was ambidextrous. Also, he used to live right here on Melee.
Yeah, it's a shame that Meat Hook's not in this one, actually. It's one of my favourite characters. Oh, this is guard parrot.
That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. What do you feed it?
Thieves, mostly.
Yeah.
Good to know. It's a working parrot. I shouldn't bother it.
Okay, let's not bother it.
What's the significance of the peg leg?
That belonged to the infamous Peg Leg Patty. She used to hide a spare cutlass in it, in case of capture. Sadly, that's the reason she's no longer with us.
Oh, fine.
What's the story with the wanted poster?
That is the earliest known wanted poster for Captain Kate Capsize. You can tell how notorious she was by the huge number of crimes
Yeah.
listed there. Very impressive.
Yeah.
I got it from a collector on Fat Island.
Those are my own crimes, actually.
Yep,
I was
spoiler
pretty much
alert.
public enemy #1 on Fat Island at the time. I stuck Kate's picture on there so she'd get thrown in jail.
That would never work. Nobody's that clueless in real life.
You don't believe me?
It's not a question of belief.
Never mind. It's not important.
This guy is such a know-it-all, but he's wrong about everything.
What's this melted lump of metal?
It used to be a mug. It was melted by some kind of acid. It was found in the Melee jail many years ago, after an incident where like 20 pirates escaped.
Hey, I did that. I had to keep pouring the grog from mug to mug because it was melting them. I had an armload of mugs and I juggled them all the way from the scum bar to the jail.
We did?
All so I could get Otis to join my crew. Not my greatest decision in retrospect.
No.
That's a pretty wild story.
I'm telling you the truth.
I'm sure you are, but it just doesn't quite square with the official record. So it's hard to substantiate.
Screw the
Substantiate?
records.
You've got an eyewitness.
Eyewitnesses are notoriously inaccurate. Human memory is plastic and suggestible.
Not yours, apparently.
No, of course not. I deal in facts.
Sure. Okay, we'll trust your word on that.
That map looks familiar.
That's 1/4 of the original map to the treasure of Big Whoop.
That was ours.
I got it from the cartographer on Low Street. Apparently, he was somehow involved in the search for Big Whoop.
About all Wally managed to do was get kidnapped by LeChuck's henchmen.
Yeah.
That's not the way he tells it.
He's
You
lying.
should think about hiring a research assistant.
Yeah, you
Oh,
should.
I did. Unpaid, of course. Intern.
Of course. That's the note LeChuck left when he kidnapped Elaine.
How on earth do you have that note?
Oh, yeah. That's very interesting. That was found tucked inside of a book at the Fat Island Library. It's the actual note left by the ghost pirate LeChuck when he kidnapped Governor Marley.
I know what it is. The lookout handed it to me just before I finished my 3 trials. I was crushed, but undaunted. I gathered a crew and I sailed to Monkey Island to save her. Not that she needed it, as it turned out.
Yeah.
Wow, man, you're really into this. I've got a role-playing group on Thursday nights.
This is absurd. It's like this whole wall is stuff from my personal adventures, but somehow I'm not even mentioned in your stories.
Yeah.
That's what's so great about this museum. Everyone makes their own connections with the exhibits, and it's highly personal and different for everyone.
That's not what I'm trying to say at all.
That's okay. You don't need to say anything. Just listen to what the exhibits tell you.
But it's
Fine.
wrong. It's wrong, I tell you. Alright, what's the deal with this room?
It's locked.
It's locked. Okay, fine. Well, doesn't look like we can examine the lock on it. Alright, what's this?
Eye patch worn by Captain John Laney,
Laney
the pirate
again.
of 1,000 faces.
Alright, can we,
What can you tell me about this eye patch?
That's the pride of the collection. It belonged to Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces. Supposedly, it had voodoo powers that would disguise him. I tried it on though, and nothing happened.
Ah, fine. What's the deal with this lock?
There's some very tiny writing on it.
Okay, let's do a little bit of an examination.
The numbers are a little clearer, but still too tiny to read.
Can we combine
If
these?
one monocle
Yep.
is good, 2 is better.
Okay, and then look.
Ah, crystal clear. I'll just write that down.
Yep. Let's write that down. Maybe we can get a key for that. Alright, let's talk to this idiot. I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
No kidding? Wow, are you named after Guybrush Threepwood?
We are
I guess you could say that.
Nice.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island.
I'm going to find the legendary secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, that's excellent! Super retro. If you need a place to display it, I know a convenient museum.
Nah, I'm not gonna be doing that. Your museum is quaint.
Your museum is quaint.
Thanks. It's been a personal passion of mine. I'm nuts about old-timey pirate stuff.
Old-timey?
Being around it really makes you feel like you're a part of something. Doesn't it?
I am part of something.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, we are. Are any of these things valuable?
Are any of these things valuable?
The security parrot isn't just here to look piratey. John Laney's eye patch is irreplaceable. It's the highlight of the collection. Amazingly, I got it at a yard sale. They didn't know what they had.
Okay, fine. Don't suppose you have a mop from a famous pirate, Swabby?
I don't suppose you have a mop from a famous pirate Swabby on display?
I've been trying to get the cook down at the Scum Bar to donate his, but he won't part with it.
Yeah, so everyone keeps mentioning the cook, eh?
Do you have maps of the forest here?
No, that's not really what we do. Try the map shop in town?
Okay, fine. See, you wear a peg leg despite having both of your legs.
I see you wear a peg leg, despite having both of your original legs.
Just part of the docent's outfit, for the tourists. Kids always want to try it on.
That's charming and creepy at the same time.
Yeah, a bit creepy.
This is a museum for people who think attacking ships and murdering the crew for profit sounds fun.
Touché.
Well, I'll look around.
I'll have a look around.
Please do.
Can we, no, we can't look at that. Alright, well, let's try and get a key made for this. Can we, crack the open?
The display case is locked.
Yeah, you didn't see anything, Parrot. We'll be back with a key. Alright, well, we probably need a map from Wally then to get through into the forest, so we won't do that. Let's head back to town. We want to go really to the Scum Bar to get this mop. And then we'll try and do some of the other things, I suppose. Alright, Scum Bar, we're back. Right, we are back in the Scum Bar. Fine. Let's try and it's Cobb. Hi, Cobb.
Hi, Cobb. Hard to believe after all these years you're still here.
I was declared a historical landmark.
Okay, this place does seem different from what I remember.
Yeah, the place does seem different from what I remember.
It's this new, younger generation of pirate leaders.
Tell me about it.
Oh, they're highfalutin dark magic. Look at us. We're so much better than you because we don't drink grog before getting married. These kids today are all about sacking and pillaging. They've got no heart.
Yeah. I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island. But first, tell me about Loom.
Tell me about Loom.
Oh, I'm so sick of pirates asking me about Loom.
Oh, come
Get
on.
lost.
Don't be like that. Then why don't you take off the Ask Me About Loom button?
Then why don't you take off the Ask Me About Loom button?
My grog-riddled body is fused with it. I'm more button than man at this point.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Tell me about Loom.
Oh, come on. Tell me about Loom. For old time's sake.
Beat it.
Say it.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
Say it.
Fine.
Here we go.
You mean the latest masterpiece of fantasy storytelling from Lucasfilm's Brian Moriarty? Why, it's an extraordinary adventure with an interface of magic, stunning, high-resolution 3D landscapes, sophisticated score, and musical effects. Not to mention the detailed animation and special effects, elegant point-and-click control of characters, objects, and magic spells. Beat the rush. Go out and buy Loom today.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now
We
get
did it.
lost.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island. Wanna come?
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island. Wanna come?
I heard the secret is just some marketing gimmick Stan thought up.
No.
That only the gullible and naive would go looking for it.
That's just not true. Nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah.
We heard some stupid rumours, friend. Alright, well, let's go and find out about this mop.
Guybrush Threepwood, as I live and breathe. How have you been?
Pretty good. Fine, good, peachy, same old, same old. Peachy.
Peachy.
How's Elaine? She was always my favorite governor. Also, she covered your tab when you stopped coming in.
Yeah, about that. She's good. No pieces missing. Still in public service. I screwed up our anniversary. We're apart more often than I'd like. She's here on the island. Yeah, I mean, I screwed up our anniversary.
Yeah, I screwed up our anniversary.
Forgot the date?
Remembered the date. Forgot an important allergy.
Oh dear.
She's fully recovered.
Well, tell her I say hello.
Will do. The atmosphere in the bar is different than it used to be.
The atmosphere in the bar is different than it used to be.
Yeah, I don't like it, but I've got to cater to the new crowd. Everything changes, Guybrush.
But the roaches stay the same.
I've missed your wit. And your low alcohol tolerance.
Hey,
Those new pirate leaders seem like real jerks.
those new pirate leaders seem like real jerks. Why do you even let them in the bar?
Well, they've driven off my old regulars, so I don't have a lot of choice if I want to stay in business. Also, if I tried to get them to leave, they'd probably cut me up and throw me in the soup. Frankly, I'm terrified of them. On the plus side, they have more disposable income and better hygiene than the old crowd.
That's good, I suppose. Did I mention I'm going to find the secret of Monkey Island?
Did I mention I'm going to find the secret of Monkey Island?
No, I don't think you did. Well, that's exciting.
It is.
So you'll be hiring a ship at the docks?
I'm going to steal LeChuck's.
Bold. I like your thinking.
Yeah. I think I hear the health inspector.
Ooh, I think I hear the health inspector.
What? Where?
Just kidding.
Yeah.
That joke never gets
That's
old.
mean. Do you know where I can buy a mop?
Do you know where I can buy a mop?
Buy? You don't want to buy a mop.
We do.
I think I do.
The mop is the formal tool of a cook.
Oh.
Not as clumsy or random as a dish rag. An elegant tool for a more civilized cleaning. You cannot hope to succeed with the mop of another.
I can't?
You must construct your own. A single, perfect instrument that you will keep and use for a lifetime.
You don't say.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Once you build it, the mop will become your constant companion, your tool, and a ready means of defense against spills of all kinds.
Build it?
How does one build it?
The wood is the heart of the handle.
Okay.
The heart is the handle of the cook. You are one.
Not helpful so far.
No.
You must find a particular tree. A tree uniquely suited to the handles of mops. Carve your handle from a limb of that tree.
Okay. Good throw.
Any questions?
Yeah. How do I find the mop handle tree?
How do I find the mop handle tree?
I can't tell you exactly where it is, because this is your own personal journey.
Oh, fine. What kind of wood is the tree?
What kind of wood is the tree?
That is something you must discover for yourself.
I'm sensing a theme here. What about the head of the mop?
What about the head of the mop?
Oh, you have to have one, of course, but pretty much anything will do.
Ah.
It's mostly about the handle.
Okay, fine. So it's mostly about the handle. Are you sure I can't just buy a mop, though?
Are you sure I can't just buy a mop? Yours, for example.
No, you've got to make one. Trust me on this.
Okay. I guess I'll do it.
Okay, I guess I'll do it. What's wrong?
You gave the story the wrong title. It should be called Mop Quest. When do we get to the piratey parts?
Well, even the coolest professions involve more mopping up than you would think.
Yeah.
It seemed crazy to me at the time, too. But don't forget, it was all so I could board a ship, take command, and sail to Monkey Island.
That's right.
But first, I had to make a mop.
Yeah, we need to make a mop. But we will start constructing our mop in the next episode. So as always, thank you very much for watching. A big thank you to my patrons Arcades Games, Wayne Nate, Paul from the Phantom Fellows, Lyle, Hobo, Numinous, Kumadim, Paulio, Flossie the Sheep, JohnCom555, Chrissy, Paul James, Salties, Adventure Game Geek, and Megan, and I'll see you next time.